y'all. Hey. Why you don't have your snacks already? We about to start already. Girl. Girl. Mm-mm. 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 Y'all know I am not professional about nothing over here. And I'm a liar. Girl. And I'm phony. And I'm gonna tell y'all about all... Y'all, let's get personal before we get started. Why is my daughter gone? And the house is quiet and I'm a little bit scared. I don't like darkness and I don't like silence. Okay, so tonight's video might be loud. Because if it's anybody in here trying to murder me, it's gonna be a struggle. Because see, when noises happen and she home, I can be like, it's her. But when shit be making noises and it's just me and I know I ain't make noise, I be like, what? Don't worry, I have an exit plan together. Anyway. You should have had your snacks already. Because y'all know we about to get started. This is the closing. It's supposed to be the closing of this book, girl. It's only an hour left. I don't know how we gonna condense it. So we're gonna say this is the last video for Britney Spears. Please pay attention to my community tab because you'll be able to vote on our next book. Because I'm having a good time with this book club. If it's anybody in here, I swear to God. Okay, uncomfortable. Girl, I gotta have some background noise or something because I be scared as shit. Trying to kill me in silence. I don't think so. So anyway, girl. Jamie Spears ain't shit. I already told y'all I was phony. I already told y'all, but let me tell you, I'm only phony with stuff when I don't have all of the facts. And so really my phoniness is warranted because I only know what the tabloids and the fuckery Britney Spears was displaying just was not giving. Now, I'm not so phony that I'm Team Britney or anything like that, but Jamie Spears now has the side eyes. Girl, I done my homework. Teacher, I done my homework. Yes, I write like a serial killer in all caps, okay? Mind your business. So anyway, girl, let's go through these notes before we get into this Britney tea. Okay, now of course I'm going to provide photos and lovely old school magazine covers, and I went and got a little bit of actual evidence, and I'm going to be using some graphics today. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. Y'all have been enjoying this video, this series, and I really want to just thank y'all for participating. Now we're going to do something a little different, okay, in that girl, T-Mobile, shut up. I mean, but it's background noise, okay? And we just chatting, girl. We just chatting before we get into tea. Get your snacks. Because we about to be here because it's Britney, bitch. And she got baggage on top of baggage on top of baggage. The whole family is just too damn much. Okay, so I went and did my homework, girl. I really went and did my homework because... And I want you to pay attention because your comment might be in this video. And when we have book club... I'm going to be putting y'all comments in the video unless you tell me not to. But these will be public comments that are on the videos. So if you want to see your comment in a video, you have to comment. And then I will respond to you in the video and in the comment section. So I was feeling a way because I had been a bit hard on Britney. And I felt like it was warranted, but I just felt like maybe I needed to give her a break. So, Just Jessie 312 said, it sounds like Jamie was a tyrant in private and amazing in public to make himself look better. She didn't want kids. She wanted the idea of the lifestyle. Jamie could have been a dick in the dark and a sunshine in the light. She caused this chaos and all. I wonder if she would just blank out in periods of time. So I'm trying, like to give Britney the benefit of the doubt because, I mean, it's not just, what I think. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a book club, okay? It's a book club. And also, while we're on the subject of people, I do like, and I want to say, thank you, Jessie 312 for contributing to our conversation. So again, look for your name in your comment because I might I might put you on the screen, your comment on the screen. But anyway, real quickly, before I get to responding to, girl, I was about to call you damn Jamie, just Jesse. Are you related to them? Because y'all had all them J names, June, Jesse, Jamie Lynn, Juicy Fruit. Anyway, I want to say real quickly, thank you to my little coffee cups. That's what I'm going to call the people who buy coffee for me to make content. And that is Starbucks Lover. Candy, put the graphic right here with Starbucks Lover. Thank you. And Kiara's Creations. Candy, put the graphic right here with Kiara's Creations. Thank you, my little coffee cups. I don't know. When I get to the point where I can make emojis, I think I want to have like coffee related. I love me some coffee, child. And book related, like emojis, like the little book club, real specific stuff. Like community, but grown woman community, girl. Like a little wine bottle, little coffee cup, a Bible, because you might need prayer. I don't know. But to my little coffee cups, thank you for making me energetic during this video, because I sure did go to Starbucks. Okay? I sure did go to Starbucks because I've been working my butt off. So, your girl is lit for the video. Here we go. Replying back to Just Jesse. Yes. I now, because I'm phony, I a little bit agree with you. He was a little bit of a piece of shit. Now, let me tell you about the homework I did so we can get into the actual Britney content. All right? Okay. Girl. Girl. Get your tea. Get your tea. Girl, Jamie ain't shit. Jamie ain't shit. Now, I was over here rooting for you, Jamie. I was over here like, girl, why is she mad at her daddy because he is a drunk? That's like 43% of America and Louisiana. Well, like, why are you upset? And so I started digging and digging and digging. And remember we was talking about those numbers that Britney was like giving, but not in enough detail or context to where that you could really say, okay, Jamie's definitely a piece of shit. It was more like, well, it's all relative, right? So I went and I go and I start to dig and I look for, is Jamie Spears a piece of shit? That's basically, that's why I Googled, why Britney hate Jamie? So I was Googling it, and Britney has sued her daddy, and when they sued them records come out. And so the records came out that from 2008 to 2020, Jamie Spears paid himself $6,314,307.99. Girl, look at me reading with the, you see how, I was paid attention to school, girl. $6,314,307.99 from 2008 to 2020. But I still needed it to be a more relative number. If you want to know annually what it is $485,715.92 annually. Now, at first I'm like, okay, Jamie might have, I'm not going to say he was overpaid at this point. I still wasn't like, Jamie ain't shit. It was like, okay, maybe you got a well-paying job now. All right. Now, when I did the math on the $16,000 he was paying himself, it came something like to $2 million or something like that. $2 million more, something like that. So he's making about $500,000 to be her conservator, her dad, and she now pays somebody about a little bit less, the state appointed attorney. So I was trying to do the research into what it would have cost her to get somebody else, because I did not just want to say Britney Spears ain't shit. I really was like, okay, let me really do the numbers. So I continued to research into this lawsuit, and these were the things that they were accusing Jamie of in the lawsuit as far as misappropriation of funds. It wasn't that Jamie went out and bought a Porsche or anything like that. It was more so like if he could attach it to Britney, he would slide it in as a business thing. And one of the things that he did was he took the childhood home that they grew up in, which would have been a house that Jamie bought, and he renovated it $1.5 million in renovations to Britney Spears' childhood home, which he then basically sold to Britney Spears at like way more than what he had paid for it, and now it's renovated. He sold it to, like, not went to Britney and said, hey, Britney, buy this house, but in business sense. Now, if you know scams, you know what Jamie's doing. He's moving the money around a lot, but in the end, he finna end up with a renovated house that Britney about to pay for. But he's moving it around like this is Britney Spears' childhood home. She may go here to visit. She needs security and all this shit in it. So he renovates it, sells it to Britney, and then maneuvers it back to himself, sells it back to himself. Now he has a renovated home. So he didn't really take the $1.5 million and just go get his house renovated. He sold it to Britney, renovated it with her funds. She didn't buy shit in her because she's not coherent and unaware of any of this. Renovates this home. Now he's got a good upgraded property, and he bought another property kind of under the same guise of this is Britney Spears' childhood life. It's the plot, I think, next to the home. And then, so it should be preserved. And then after it was all done, Britney Spears, the business that he manages, sells it back to him, Jamie Spears, the father. But I didn't really steal anything because when it was renovated, technically it was Britney's house. It's a piece of shit move because you've already getting paid enough money to where you could have just renovated this shit yourself. And then, like, now this giving you, I see what you tried to do there, sir. Okay, I see what you tried to do there. And I was almost still going to give you a pass. Okay, I was still rooting for you because I'm like, the man's a good dad and he loves his daughter. However, I continue to read the actual lawsuit and the things that he's being accused of. One of the things that started to get weird about Jamie and why I wasn't rooting for him was because he had spent $6 million in security fees to this security firm that's owned by Jamie Lynn's husband. Jamie Lynn's husband owns a security firm. Now, I would say that's not a big deal. He needs security for Britney, and you want to keep it in the family, right? So if you own a security firm, why wouldn't I use my son-in-law's security firm? The problem was that he was taking and getting intel and spying not only on Britney, but also on Lynn, excuse me, anybody in the goddamn house. If he had footage, okay, you over here being a goddamn voyeur. So that doesn't have anything to do with Britney. You're charging for security, but you're basically stalking and spying on your family, including your, at one point, ex-wife, which gives creep. It starts to give drunk creep, Jamie, and it's getting harder to root for you. Okay. It was getting harder to root for him by the minute because now I'm like, all right. I mean, she would spend some money on security, but now I'm going to probably assume that you overpaid your son-in-law. So I was giving like, okay, maybe he's just bad with money. Maybe he was bad with money. But then they discussed in this lawsuit, they discussed the $30 million that he spent overpaying attorneys to keep the conservatorship going. And that's where shit got really weird because, at this point, like they said, he was like overlapping, double paying for hours. It was like, are you bad with money or are you just making sure these people are good so that you can keep your shit going? And, it wasn't giving like he was an all out thief, but it was giving piece of shit vibes. And now, Jamie, I don't like you today. And I don't know if it's because I'm phony or you just ain't shit because you wasted $36 million. And how can I support that? How can I support you wasting 36? I mean, she would have wasted it. Both of them would have wasted the goddamn money. Now, the catch-22 with Jamie is he's been credited for saving Britney, but at the same time, $36 million is quite a large sum of money to waste. But then it has to do with, you're talking about keeping, like things under wraps. And did he really have her best intention? And, it's like he's doing some extra shit with the information he's getting. It's like on one hand, it was like there was an article about how she was dating another random dude. he got caught cheating, and the story was going to come out and embarrass Britney, and Jamie would do things like he bought the people who were going to put the story out off, the boyfriend or whoever. He was like overzealously spending the lady's money even when it was justified. It's hard to call him a full-on fucking thief. Excuse my language. Okay, a filthy rat, scumbag, cheese eating. He should be with the fishes. No, it's hard to say that Jamie was full on a piece of shit versus bad with money and then came into money and power and it went to his head. I think that's what happened. Jamie, I was rooting for you. Anyway, so before we get into the tea, Jamie has lost cool points at this point because y'all know we do a little bit of a wrap up before we get into the tea. And I just want to let y'all know I don't like Jamie today. I ain't gonna call him a drunk. Oh, girl, let me tell you. Lynn said he a drunk. Lynn said Jamie be drinking. And he did go to rehab in 2004 for being an alcoholic. Now, and he had shook his grandson. And then Kevin had filed a restraining order. So Jamie was losing points. Left and goddamn right today. So Jamie, you are on team ain't shit with Britney. And now it's all coming. Now what's coming full circle together for me is that this family is, they're kooky and they're spooky, mysterious and ooky. They're all together ooky. The Spears family. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Broke. Alcoholic. You know, it's given like the whole family is trouble, girl. They all need conservators, if you ask me. Looking at this. But anyway, let's get back to the sea. Lynn said that Jamie was an alcoholic. So we got a cosign for Jamie alcoholism, and now we can fully comfortably call Jamie a drunk alcoholic. He just a drunk, and I was rooting for him, but now that we got two people saying it, I mean, it must be true. If two people say it, it must be true. Shit, I don't know. That's how the internet works. If somebody agree it's true, shit, girl, you drunk. Jamie, sir, you drunk. So, I continue to dig. And we're finna get into Britney Spears is crazy as shit, and I stand by it still to this day. We're finna back up some of the statements that I'm about to give. Kevin Federline, girl, I am so phony. Girl, I am team Kevin. Today I am team Kevin. Okay, now when I was digging, from all accounts, it said that Kevin Federline was about his daddiness. Is he a shitty boyfriend and husband? Yes. Okay. Sources say he did not know Britney was that crazy. He bit off a little bit more than he could chew. He thought he was going to have a little vacation, a little give me more, a little toxic. And then he got cray-cray. He got you drive me crazy. He couldn't sleep. She too excited. She crazy. And he was like, shit. I don't know if I still want to hit this, but it was too late because they had kids. Now, I think he was trying to gold dig for a little tease, but he wasn't gold digging to play Daddy Ike. He was not gold digging to play Daddy Ike. And when he legitimately realized that Britney Spears was crazy as shit, he really, I think, had to step up. Like, by all accounts, it's like he was a douchebag, and then being an actual father kind of changed things, you know, and he was in the spotlight, and he really matured. Shar Jackson gives him credit for being a good father to her kids, even the children that were not his. And also his new, I guess, baby mama gave him credit. You know, they said he's a good dad. Like, if he's a regular dad. I even dug so deep, girl, I was all up on Reddit, and somebody went that play soccer. Well, their child plays soccer with Britney or K-Fed's kids. One of his kids says they know him, and he's not really a bad dad. He's not a good dad. He's like your average regular dad. You know, just so happens to be that all his baby mamas a little bit famous because the new baby mama, that girl played volleyball or something. She probably real thick. Anyway, girl, by all accounts, though, it gave that Kevin Federline is actually not a piece of shit. He really came in and stepped up as a dad. He never really sold Britney out. I mean, he really could have sold Britney's story a million times and got paid. He was only getting $20K in child support per month, which if you go look at some of these rapper girlfriends, girl, $20K ain't shit for the 2 kids, and she get money. So, I mean, I feel like K-Fed bit off more than he could chew, came in gold digging, got a whole ticket, but he handled his stuff. And I mean, it's not like he's been to jail and shit and that you can be like, okay, he's a certified douchebag. I couldn't find too much more other than that. He was just a regular man with a dad bod now and a little greasy, but he take care of his kids. And so, I mean, a good dad is a good dad. You don't gotta like it, but he's not hitting people with cars, and he turned out to be a stable parent for these children. And I started to actually really feel sad for kids, because even when you look at his interviews and how he describes being a parent, it's completely different from the way Britney Spears describes being a parent. She over here talking about her fun times with kids is when they're asleep. That's the best time is when they're asleep. Girl, what the hell are you talking about? If you've been on tour for months, tell me about Chuck E. Cheese or some shit. Like, it's sleep. Yeah, they're not doing anything when they're asleep. That's the easy time. So when I looked at like articles explaining, like Kevin Federline talking about the kids, he continuously stated he wanted the kids to have a normal life. He wanted to, be a good, stable parent. His kids are the most important thing to him. And then he actually acted upon it. And so, he wasn't just being an asshole, which leads to Britney Spears in this goddamn bathroom incident, girl. Girl, get your tea. Girl, get your tea. Hold on. Holla. Girl, I had to go dig. Girl, I had to go dig because I was like the SWAT team. Now, remember how I told y'all Britney Spears be minimizing shit? She stay minimizing. Okay, and I went and dug up because I was like, girl, this ain't my business. And by this time I had a kid of my own, a husband, girl. I was not paying no attention to Britney Spears' tea, girl. Like, I wasn't interested in Britney Spears by this point. I knew she was out there going crazy. You see it in the grocery store and the newsstand. But, I wasn't really like following Britney Spears' career. So I went and dug. Because I'm steady, like, I need more as to what really went down with Britney Spears in her custody battle. And she done slid on over to Sam's story, letting us know she about to slide over how she let them kids stay over there 13 years. And what really was the tea. Britney Spears was on drugs, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Allegedly, Britney Spears was on drugs, y'all. Allegedly, Britney Spears was on the girls. She was on the drugs. So let me tell y'all what happened after I had went in to get the tea about Britney Spears and this incident in the bathroom. Now, y'all remember in the last part, Britney said she just don't understand why, after the man told her he was going to wait, that the SWAT team just showed up out of nowhere within a few minutes to get her out this bathroom, girl. That's not what happened, Brittany. That's not what happened, Brittany. Now, court records in the articles and stuff, pay attention to the articles that I'm going to put on the screen, because I'm going to paraphrase some things. But I'm going to put the actual article on the screen for y'all, okay, because I want y'all to have the full picture before we judge Britney unfairly and anybody in this family. Okay, I really just want y'all to have true tea. Okay, so the reason that Britney Spears actually lost her children comes down to a few really poignant incidents with her children. Specifically with her children where they were in danger. This is not hearsay. This is like legit the shit that they went to court and said she doesn't need to have custody of these children. So prior to the night that Britney Spears shaved her head, she had went to rehab for one day. She was already spiraling and she had went in. They were trying to work with her. She checked out after one day of being in rehab, and then showed up at Kevin's house like a psycho, supposed to be in rehab. He wouldn't let her see the kids because he knows she's supposed to be in rehab and she's on a downward spiral. And she goes and shaves her head. Okay, so that's what's happening, right? This is all like within a couple of days. She's losing her shit, and she's supposed to be at rehab. So she, they trying to work with her, trying to get her to go get some help, and she's at this point free to check in and out. She said she's gonna get help, and then got in there and was like, "No, I don't belong here." So, upon these things, they've got her on like visitation. There's some orders, some things have been happening. And they get to the incident about the bathroom. Those incidents where she had went to rehab, shaved her head, showed up, that was presented in court. But then it gets to the incident with the bathroom, okay, which got it was considered very, very seriously. So let me get to the little article. Where is that, girl? Where is it at? Okay. Reading from this article here, it says, a U.S. judge has awarded sole custody of Britney Spears' 2 children to ex-husband Kevin Federline and suspended the singer's visitation rights. The court in Los Angeles, however y'all say that city out there because I'm country, issued the ruling after Spears was arrested and stretchered away from her home by ambulance earlier today after refusing to hand her children over to Federline. A 4-hour standoff at the troubled singer's Beverly Hills mansion began at 7 p.m. on Thursday when she refused to hand her sons, 2-year-old Preston and 1-year-old Jaden James, over to the children's father. Police officers arrived at Spears' home around 8 p.m. She finally turned over the children at around 10:50 p.m., according to Los Angeles Police Department. Spears was taken to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where she has been visited by her father, Jamie, according to U.S. entertainment websites. So, that's when she was put on the hold. Y'all will see the photos. It says 6 police cars, a police helicopter, and fire truck were called to the incident at the singer's home. Aerial footage from KTLA TV showed Spears being lifted into an ambulance onto a stretcher. She was taken to a hospital to be tested for both drink and drugs. The LAPD officer Jason Lee told the City News Service that Spears was under the influence of an unknown substance. He added that no one was injured. The incident involved a family dispute that police worked to resolve peacefully by court order. Now, they turn all this shit in to the courts, okay? She's already on visitation issues. Like, you're already, like, on, you're only supposed to be with these kids Saturday from 2 to 2:30 type shit. And they already given her a break, but now she's, like, basically kidnapped her kids. But they cutting her a break because she's Britney Spears. This is serious. This is not like, oh my God, nah. Because she's like at the same time threatening to kill herself. And she's in the bathroom with this baby. And they said that he had to go to the hospital and she had to go to the hospital. But she had done a lot that prompted people to basically... she had to have her rights relinquished. The court said... or this article says, in October, Spears was ordered to relinquish custody of her sons because the Superior Court Commissioner said she was a habitual, frequent, and continuous use of controlled substances and alcohol. Okay. User. She was a habitual, frequent, and continuous user of controlled substances. It says it right here. Okay. It's not, I'm going to say allegedly. Allegedly. Now, we're going to get to a little bit more tea that might support. Britney keeps saying it's Adderall. Girl, say what you want it is. I don't know what it is, but the court said you weren't going to get them kids based on you do something. You do something. And you do something that makes you a danger to your children. she ordained to them chilling. So when it came to, they get to court and they present the bathroom evidence, the shaving of the head evidence. She had hit somebody. She had hit a parked car. She did not have a license. And also when she hit the parked car, the baby was in the car. So Britney was doing the absolute goddamn most. Now, if you don't like Kevin Federline, that's one thing. But this man didn't have none of this going on. At the end of the day, Kevin Federline didn't have none of this shit going on. Bad boyfriend, yes. But he wasn't drunk, driving, whatever, he went under the influence and doing all these things, putting the children at risk. Now, when it came to the custody hearing, from her going from supervised visits to full custody to Kevin, what it came down to was, the article said, and this is another one, girl, I had to dig so deep. I'll put the pictures up here for y'all. It says Britney Spears lost custody of her children because she failed to produce a California driver's license and allegedly missed drug and alcohol test, her lawyer said in a published report. Okay. The judge had previously ordered Spears to undergo random drug and alcohol testing twice a week and to meet with a parenting coach who was to observe and report back to the court. Both Spears and Federline must complete the course of parenting without a conflict class or receive private counseling. So he done what he had to do, and she wouldn't even get a license or take a drug and alcohol test. Okay, girl. So it became very, very hard to even still looking at the surrounding issues she was having. Kevin Federline was honestly the better fit for these children at the time, honestly, as a parent. I mean, you can't just say, I don't like him, so he shouldn't have the rights to his children. If he, presented what he needed to present, a safe and stable home for his children, why shouldn't he have them? You know what I mean? Like, he could have just went off and said, Lynn, take them kids. $20K is not, I think, like, if he was just after the money, he could have just stayed with her and let her run her own damn life, and she still would have had kids and a nanny. And he probably would have just had way more access, but I think he really just cared about his kids and was trying to be a good dad. But what they were saying was, since becoming single, Spears has appeared increasingly erratic and out of control. She was photographed at various Hollywood hotspots, partying hard with Paris Hilton, occasionally without panties. Then Spears shaved her head as paparazzi looked on, beat a car with an umbrella, and ended up spending a month in rehab. Spears was set to redeem herself and return to the pop throne with a much high performance at the MTV Music Video Awards last month, but it was universally panned, with Spears appearing spaced out, lethargic and relatively out of shape. The following week, her management firm dropped her and her divorce lawyer resigned. Spears was then charged with a misdemeanor count of hit and run and driving without a valid license for allegedly crashing into a parked car in August. The driving offenses likely compelled the judge to issue Monday's orders, said a New York divorce lawyer. So, I mean, it says, well, let me go on because I'm not reading all that. She was driving without a license with a child in the car, Felder said. You can put aside in and out of rehab, shaving her head. But this, when a judge went out on a limb for her, there was no going back. So they did give her opportunity. She just really is minimizing that she was going through and struggling, problem with postpartum and an addiction. And they are glossing over this shit that Britney Spears is addicted to something. And they was covering up to keep that image and everything that she had going on. Who got her addicted and why I don't know. I'm going to say this. If it was prescribed and you were taking it as prescribed and they were on script drugs, you shouldn't have had no problem taking a drug test. My money would be willing to bet she was doing more than prescription drugs. I don't have any proof of that, so that's allegedly, in my opinion. I think Britney was a little bit strung out, and for various reasons. But I think when it came time to get her kids back, she just, she's touring and stuff like that. It probably just was, overall, Kevin was a better parent. And if he was a good parent to his children, he should be given credit for that. Just like we're going to say Jamie isn't shit. Now, one thing I want to mention before we get into the Britney Spears tea. There was a couple of other things that they said she allegedly did to lose custody, and all these things were factors, such as that she left her sons in the car to shop. She was threatening to harm herself. She refused to continually take drug tests to make sure that she was clean. She had an issue with mental health that they knew of, definitely. And so all these things were why, when it went time for her dad to get conservatorship, it was not that hard to get the conservatorship. Something that really kind of struck me is in Jamie Lynn's book, Her Sisters, she describes that when she was small, Britney Spears said that she was scared. And I want to say Jamie's book came out first. It did, right? In Jamie's book, Jamie said that Britney Spears barricaded herself and young Jamie Lynn in the bathroom with a knife and said she was scared. So Britney Spears has a history of taking children in bathrooms and locking them in the bathroom and doing crazy shit. And so now it's all coming to full circle why they keep knives and shit away from Britney Spears, or why they on her ass, because she's definitely a danger to herself and has at times presented a danger to others. What it is coming down to is Britney Spears is a very talented, and at this point I would say very is a stretch. She's a talented person whom is well known with mental health issues. Now, that is the full-on update for the tea and all the little, the little kickback, get back for the update. And we finna get into our tea. Girl, watch this be too much damn videos fooling with y'all. God. But I had to do the homework because we over here allegedly talking shit about Britney, and I wanted to root for her. But the whole family is just a hot damn mess. So it's I'm Team Kevin today. And it's cause I'm phony, but whatever. Y'all get your snacks because we finna start. We finna start. Now, we are on chapter 37. Okay? And what I just gave y'all is the tea that Britney Spears didn't really want to discuss, because she's about to start talking about Sam. Hold on, let me chew my chips. Hold on, I don't want to be rude. Okay, girl, these slap. These be slapping so hard. Damn. And then like some salty Fritos of any variety and a good juice, girl. Okay. Y'all got your snacks? Let's go. She's about to get into Sam. We're on chapter 37. I did a little zhuzh to these nails so that we could have some content tonight. And I used, of course, the Nude Panther, but I used these Poison Ivy and Into the Forest that were sent to me by NATO B. And NATO B had a comment that was hilarious. She said, the office in her house made it a tax write-off. She complaining about a great business move. I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. Jamie said shit. See, now we can write all of this off, and I can move that money somewhere else. Like, I feel like Jamie had good intentions. Like, he really loved her. She got ripped off by somebody. Okay? Once you show people you don't know shit, like you a little slow, and you ain't paying no attention, girl, somebody would have ripped you off. 30 million? Now, the thing is, Jamie ain't get the whole 30. The 30 million, most of it went to the lawyers. The whole damn family, just everybody need a conservator. So we finna get into Britney and Sam. And Candy, put the picture right here of Sam before. Girl. Sam said he was addicted to Fritos. For real. Now, Sam said he was addicted to junk food. He said he was addicted to junk food. His teeth and all of that was trash, girl. All of that shit was trash. And, girl, he glowed up and then got that thing. Okay, now he had glowed up before to get at Britney, and he did the work. Now we finna see if we gonna like Sam at the end of this. Britney gives me anybody that come over here and smile in my face and help me get out of this paperwork, aka this conservatorship. That's finna be bae, and then I'm gonna let you loose so I can go back to doing what I want to do, which is what she's doing now. Sam looks like I'm down with that. Okay, so let's get into it. Britney Spears, The Woman in Me. We're going to decorate these nails and all of that. Girl, turn up.
Chapter 37. As performers, we girls have our hair. That's the real thing guys want to see. They love to see the long hair move. They want you to thrash it. If your hair's moving, they can believe you're having a good time. In the most demoralizing moments of my Las Vegas residency, I wore tight wigs, and I'd dance in a way where I wouldn't move a hair on my head. Everyone who was making money off me wanted me to move my hair, and I knew it, and so I did everything but that. When I look back, I realize how much of myself I withheld on stage, how much by trying to punish the people who held me captive I punished everyone else too, including my loyal fans, including myself. But now I know why I've been sleepwalking through so much of the past 13 years. I was traumatized. By holding back on stage, I was trying to rebel in some way, even if I was the only one who knew that that was what was happening. And so I didn't toss my hair or flirt. I did the moves and I sang the notes, but I didn't put the fire behind it that I had in the past. Toning down my energy on stage was my own version of a factory slowdown. As an artist, I didn't feel able to reach the sense of freedom that I'd had before, and that's what we have as artists. That freedom is who we are and what we do. I wasn't free under the conservatorship. I wanted to be a woman in the world. Under the conservatorship, I wasn't able to be a woman at all. At the beginning of the conservatorship, I was overwhelmed with doctor appointments. Doctor after doctor after doctor, probably 12 doctors a week, coming to my home. And yet, my father wouldn't let me go to the doctor when I asked for an appointment to get my IUD removed. My whole life changed in a way that might have been safer for me physically, but was absolutely horrible for my sense of joy and creativity. A lot of people said, "Oh, your life was saved." But no, not really. It's the way you look at it. It's perspective. My music was my life, and the conservatorship was deadly for that. It crushed my soul.
What? See, here's the problem I have with that. Your children, I would think, would be your life. I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be reading more into that statement. I mean, I was finna give her some points, but it's like she's saying like, yes, I was a danger to myself and others without saying it, but and all this safety is stifling my creativity. Like, you can't be a wild woman. I get you want to be a wild woman, and had she had no children, that would be fine. But I just don't think Britney is hearing that you gotta be responsible, girl. Like, shit, your mom, God.
During the
Probably because you like people in
I read after the conservatorship that my father and Robin at Lou Taylor's company TriStar had been involved with the security company they hired, Black Box, in monitoring and reviewing calls and texts coming out of and going to my cell phone, including private texts with my boyfriend, my lawyer at the time, and my own kids, and worse, that my father even had a bug put in my home. Body, my heart, my physicality, and my spiritual self couldn't take the conservatorship any longer. There came a point when my little heart said, "I'm not going to stand for this." For so long, my parents had convinced me that I was the bad one, the crazy one, and it worked completely in their favor.
Whole damn family crazy.
It hurt my spirit. It put my fire out. I undervalued myself for a decade. But inside, I was screaming about their bullshit. You have to understand the helplessness in that. The helplessness and the anger.
I would understand it if your ass wasn't on drugs. This would make a whole lot different. This would be a different vibe if you wasn't a little bit of a baby junkie. I mean, she's admittedly told us repeatedly, I am crazy, I was hell on wheels, I was erratic, she said it her damn self, and then at the same time, you're saying, I wasn't shit, and my parents wasn't shit. We all wasn't shit, but feel the sorriest for me for not being shit, because I'm the talent. I sing and I dance. And I can't sing and dance because they're stifling me for not being shit. I want to go do drugs and do hood rat shit with my friends in peace, and they won't let me. Wham, wham, wham. She's not... Girl, you're not the first girl to goddamn sing. And she's pissing me off because it's like, you're on drugs, Britney. And what you did was, and the whole family, all of y'all, what y'all did, because now y'all pissing me off, because it's giving privileged. This is giving real privilege. If your name was LaQuisha, your ass wouldn't be nothing today. Nobody would be listening to this sad ass story. Let me put it in perspective. And this is just my opinion. If you agree with it, you don't, it's fine. It's fine. But this lady is out here hooked on drugs and throwing her whole damn life and her career away. First of all, Britney Spears ain't no Whitney Houston. She could sing a little bit, but she's like a mediocre. Like, it's a lot of really great performers that don't even get the money Britney Spears got the shine, the opportunity. They don't get the promotion. They don't get none of that shit. They gave that girl everything, lied about her being a virgin, knowing she was a hoe. I mean, like, all of them girls was out here. They was being put out to us is that we weren't good enough. You know, this was wholesome, great, and she out here drunk as hell, having sex, running off and all this other shit, and you know, she's... None of the stuff that they were selling to us about Britney Spears was true. None of it was true. And now, after we don't feel good about ourselves because we can't live up to that fake ass image of being wholesome, come to find out she's crazy as shit the whole damn time and a little bit of a slut. And now we're supposed to feel sorry because she can't go on and perpetuate the foolishness to us any damn way. You up here singing about being a teenage girl and a whore in the school hallways, and now all of a sudden, because you were a whore in the hallways, and now the truth coming out, oh, feel sorry for me. I don't think so. The whole damn thing sounds like a scam. They was lying. You was lying. Yeah, their whole damn thing is out of control. None of you can handle the goddamn truth. And then it all fell apart. And now, because we didn't realize, I wasn't even listening to that shit. By the time Britney Spears came out, I was finna be a mom. Okay, and she over here talking about boys, and she's over here sleeping with grown men. And now, because y'all little scheme and selling Britney Spears the image, then fell apart, and she's going crazy because she knows she ain't shit, and she's got to keep it up every day. So she's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't be Britney Spears, the ancient girl that I am, true to heart. And they're like, no, Christian, good, wholesome, sweet Britney sells records, and we want to make millions, and we can't make millions if you out here hoeing. We can't make millions if they find out you like to get dusty. We can't make millions if they find out you over there popping addy like goddamn sweet tarts. We can't make millions if they find out you an alcoholic. We can't make millions if they find out you was in the bathroom with your baby and a knife. No, we can't. You can't sell that. You can't sell that. And now you're trying to sell me on feel bad for me, and you wasn't shit for a minute, lady. You really wasn't shit. The whole damn family wasn't shit. Now, we finna get to the rest of the book, but my firm opinion is that the whole damn thing was a scam. Start to finish. That wasn't Britney, was a scam. Britney Spears. The image of Britney Spears was a scam, and everybody's shit is the castle is crumbled. It's coming out. She don't want to admit that she was hooked on goddamn drugs and lost her kids. Like, that is just what happened. Like, even still today, they're trying to make Britney Spears Britney Spears. She's a little girl. Please feel sorry for me. I'm gentle. I'm a child. Lady, you're addict. You're an addict. You're an addict. You addicted yourself to something, whatever it was, to the point that you lost your children. Happens to be that you were a young white woman, and no shade, no tea to anybody who's white. I'm just saying that her being a younger white woman played to her advantage, and people feeling sorry for her. She would definitely have lost her kids under any of the normal circumstances, and nobody would have batted an eye. Nobody would be like, her kids should be over there with her if she's high, and you know, the kids are scared of her. They taking days. They got to go to therapy after they got to visit with their mom. Like, Britney was off, and Jamie was off, and the grandma was off, and the daddy was the only stable thing in the life. And now she keeps saying like they're stifling me, and it's pissing me off, because she's acting as though they stopped her from being a creative, good mom and person that she was because she was doing wholesome shit. You're on drugs. You're on drugs. And we're not going to... You done sold us the dream when we were 16, 17, 18. Lady, you were on drugs. And now we not... I don't feel sorry that you were under conservatorship. Your daddy a thief. Your mama's an alcoholic. Allegedly. Allegedly. Both of these things are allegedly. But I feel like Britney Spears, due to her mental health issues and her family lifestyle, was definitely a bit of a junkie. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
It made me so mad to
junkie
see
shit.
my family drinking and having a great time.
See how bad
when
she
I
went?
wasn't even allowed a sip of Jack.
Look. She is mad. Bruh. She mad. You mad. You have lost your fucking kids. And you are still furious that you cannot party. You gotta hear the subtext. Brittany's not crying about, damn, I ain't seen my kids. You ain't heard her say one time, I wish I could just go to the park with these children. Nothing. She mad because they over there having a good time and I can't have a Jack and Coke. You drunk, bitch. You already lost everything. You don't need shit else to drink. You don't need shit, Brittany. Shit. I done listened to 5 hours of this goddamn... This is why nobody likes you. This is why nobody likes you. No one likes you. Because you're always doing... You all at the... We done went out to eat. You all on the table talking out loud. And now you mad because we don't let you drink. You don't know how to act. You don't know how to act, Brittany. That's why you can't go nowhere. Listen, I'm going to let y'all hear it one more time, though.
After my shows, it made me so mad to see my family drinking and having a great time when I wasn't even allowed a sip of Jack and Coke. In the public eye, I know I looked like a star on stage.
No,
I had cute tights on and high heels, but why the fuck couldn't I sin in Sin City? As I became stronger and entered a new phase of my womanhood, I started to look around for examples of how to wield power in a positive way. When I started to think that I could be, like Reese, someone who was nice but also strong, it changed my perspective on who I was.
Ain't Reese Witherspoon an alcoholic too? I'm for real. Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon got she look good. She a good country girl too, girl. These girls down here, they like to drink. Girl, Reese Witherspoon got arrested, girl, and told for drunk driving. I think it was drunk driving, and told the officer, she was like, "You don't know who I am? I'm Reese Witherspoon." You don't get your drunk ass off the road, Reese. Allegedly.